Am I the asshole for denying my boyfriend a threesome? I'm gonna say no. Today's video is gonna be like so much fun because we are going to be reading Am I the Asshole threads from Reddit. And I also got this Starbucks frap that I really want to try. It's supposed to mimic a Twix bar. I looked it up online because, like, you know, people like to make their little so that's what this is. And it is a caramel frap with 3 pumps of hazelnut, 3 scoops of frap chips, and cookie crumbles. I didn't ask for cookie crumbles. Oh, on top. I did. He asked me if I wanted that. I said sure. Let's try it. Does Twix have hazelnut? In the little thing it said add hazelnut, so I did. It doesn't taste like Twix, but it's good. But I'm like definitely gonna enjoy this. This is good. I think this has caffeine in it, which is fire. Let's get into our Am I the Asshole threads. Am I the asshole because I slept with my friend's son? Oh God, my son's friend would be worse. No, it's the same badness, right? Son's friend. Both bad. Yeah, so far, yes. So far, yes, you are the asshole. I'm not on your side yet. I think this one's gonna be hard to convince me, but let's see. So I, 28 female, am pretty sure I am the asshole, but I just wanted to check. Oh, she's caught on. Okay. I moved from Europe to Bali in May. I made a very good friend from Europe too. And they're calling her S. Okay. She is in her late 40s. S has been very, very good friend. She's a wonderful person and she has 2 children. Her son, M, moved to Bali 2 months ago. He's the same age as me. I became very good friends with her son as well. Her son and I were chilling a lot the last 2 weeks, going out to drink, watching House of Dragons. Then at New Year, after loads of alcohol, we slept together. He lives in the apartment across. The next day, my friend, S, barged into the room. She had seen my slippers outside the door. She never wants to see me again. I feel so bad. Number 1, for making her angry and for betraying her. Number 2, for losing such a good friend. Real quick, there's a little bit more. But it seems like the son is of a proper age for her to be sleeping with. My assumption was that he was like dramatically younger and like she was the same age as his friend, but it sounds like her friend is older than her by like 12 years. So if that's the case, then it makes it less bad. It's still bad, but it makes it less bad. Do you know what I'm saying? Okay, let's continue. I feel absolutely horrible. I texted a friend, V, about it, and she said, you were 2 consenting adults. It should not be such a big problem. He, M, was not in a relationship, and neither am I. And I kind of see the point in that too. I understand she, as in S, might not like it, but to never want to see me again breaks my heart. So how wrong am I? Okay, so you're definitely wrong, but obviously it sounds to me like you are the same age or of similar age, but she says she's 28 and her friend is 40. So how old is, because the son, I mean, again, it says here that they were 2 consenting adults. So, I mean, honestly, I'm gonna say like yes and no. Like, you are the asshole in the sense that like she's kind of right for not wanting to be your friend anymore, because like it makes sense. However, I don't think that this makes you a horrible person, but I also think that if she doesn't want to be your friend anymore, that's also kind of valid. Next. Am I the asshole for being enraged that my husband is currently infertile? It depends. If you're enraged at life, I would say no, you're not the asshole. But if you're enraged at him specifically, you might be the asshole. But let's say. So she's 30 and her husband's 36. They body built for 15 plus years and has had an unreal physique. We got together at 21 and 27. Being young, I was naive and believed him when he said he was natural. I only asked because my male acquaintances regularly asked me. If you don't know what that means, I do know what that means. A lot of people in bodybuilding are not natural, meaning they take the drugs. I specifically know it means that you're on like steroids. I think that there's other drugs that you can do though. I don't know too deep into the drugs, but it's very common that these people are on some sort of like drug thing. So that's what she's referring to when she says natural versus like not natural. Natural means you're not on the drugs. Okay. No drugs at all. Clean, no drugs is natural. Over the years, this morphed into, I'm natural now, but I used to take tea years ago. I think that's testosterone. I distinctly remember telling him I am massively against drugs, and if he ever went back on it and it affected us having a baby, then I would never forgive him. Cut forward to last December, I was cleaning our apartment and found testosterone. He's somewhat of a hoarder, so I wanted to make sure it wasn't an old one that had been accidentally moved in. So I hid it in my sock drawer. Within 48 hours, he confronted me, angry that I took it. Okay, maybe she's not the asshole, because if this is his fault, then, and he's doing drugs, you know what I'm saying? I gave him an ultimatum, me or testosterone. We were set to get married in the summer. He promised me he wouldn't take it again. He promised my parents too. So things settled down, we married, and we have been uber keen on having kids ASAP. Him slightly more so than even me. So we've been trying. It's been a while with no pregnancy, and so we took some fertility tests. We just had the results today. Mine came back good. His showed up as no sperm whatsoever. The doctor asked him if he takes testosterone, and my husband replied 12 months ago. The doctor said he'd expect sperm to recover in 3 to 4 months, which means we need to take loads more tests to figure out why there's no sperm. My first reaction was to comfort, obviously. But when he heard 3 to 4 months, my husband seemed less deflated than he had ever been when he first heard the results. Ooh, so maybe he's lying and he's not off the testosterone, and he doesn't know if he can go 3 to 4 months without it. That's what it's sounding like to me, but let's see. So after we said goodbye to the doctor, I asked my husband, was 12 months ago really the last time he took tea? After some back and forth, he admitted, I think that's what they mean, he last took it 2 weeks ago. I'm fuming. He lied to me. He's been wasting my time. He risked our future child's health. He risked his own health. He risked our future. But he's mad at me for not being supportive, and he thinks I'm being completely unreasonable in my reaction. He thinks I should be focused on resolving the issue rather than the future. Why? I married him knowing his history, so I should be okay with it. That's what he says. But he's making her doubt herself. I'm not gonna lie, you are not the asshole. If you told him that the drugs were a no-go, then the biggest issue here is that he lied. If this is also a very big thing to lie about. This is a very serious thing to lie about. And if he's lying and he's trying to make it seem like, knowing his history, he's saying that she knew his history, so she should be okay with it. But she told you that it needed to be history and that she wasn't okay with it in the present. And you said okay, and you promised her, and then you did it anyways, and now you're mad that she's mad? I'm sorry, but all the assholeness is definitely on the husband in this case. No, there's zero asshole responsibility on you in this case. In fact, I'm pissed off for you because, that's wild. But I'm not gonna lie, seems like you guys have been together for a really long time, so I'm not gonna be like, divorce that man, but like, it sounds like he can't stop. So it's not unreasonable to want to leave somebody if they're addicted to drugs. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? So I don't know. That's horrible. I don't know what to tell you what to do. I don't have any advice. Am I the asshole for telling a friend's boyfriend that he can't have a traditional wife because he's not a traditional man? I don't think you're the asshole for that. That made me giggle. We're going to read this. I, 25 female, was hanging with some friends and their significant others last week. To make a long story short, my friend's boyfriend kept talking about how women no longer want to be traditional wives, and that's why many of them are single. I responded that in 2025, women don't feel like they need a man in order to provide for their lives, that they want for themselves. He kept going on about what women used to do and how they were all about taking care of their husbands and household without complaining. Sorry guys, I don't know why I can't speak, but let's continue. I let it go on for a while, but I got tired of hearing his rant and told him that he can't have a traditional wife when my friend goes 50-50 on all the bills with him and works more hours than he does. I continued with, he isn't a traditional husband and can't provide for his household like he's supposed to do so that my friend can stay home and do all those traditional duties. I may have become the asshole when I told him that it sounds like he wants another mommy and not a wife. It became silent, and he told me that my way of thinking proved his point. The conversation pivoted elsewhere, and I thought that was it. But I got a message from my friend saying that her boyfriend was upset at me for what I said, and I embarrassed him. He wants me to apologize, but I don't think I should have to, being as though I was responding to his rant about traditional women. My friend says that she doesn't think I'm wrong, but doesn't think I'm right either. And I should have just let him talk because he had a few drinks. Am I the asshole? Is your opinion correct? Yes, your opinion is correct. It's overly correct. It's so correct. I don't even... sorry. Are you the asshole for having a correct opinion? No. I really like the crumblies on the top, so just give me a second. Back to the game. I agree with everything you said. But while you're very, very right in your opinion, you told him that, quote, it sounds like he wants another mommy and not a wife. That's totally true. I feel like that's something that you should have said. However, to your friend and not to him, to his face. Now, I understand the desire to, but it definitely is like a very like it's a slick thing to say to someone's face. It definitely, when you say that, you should expect slack. You should expect that person to take it away. You know what I mean? It's definitely an insult, right? And that is your friend's boyfriend. So I think if we could go back in time and redo it, that's one of those things that you should have had a conversation with your friend and told her that that's how you feel. And that I don't think you would be an asshole for telling your friend that you feel that way about her boyfriend. As far as apologizing to him, I wouldn't. See, me personally, I wouldn't. Because why does he need an apology from you? Like, that just seems like some weird, like, I don't know. Like, I feel like he's just like putting his girlfriend in a weird position, saying that you need to apologize. Why does he need an apology so bad? His feelings aren't your responsibility any more than they're anybody else's on this planet. So, like, again, not saying that it was right to hurt his feelings, but at the same time, like, I feel like if there was nothing true about that statement, sir, then why are you so upset? You know? Me personally, I wouldn't apologize. I don't think you're the asshole. However, again, like I said, if we could turn back the clocks, I would say definitely just maybe just don't say it. Maybe just don't say it out loud to him, to his face. All right, on to the next. Chip chip cheerio. I wouldn't order this again. It's not sweet enough to be a frap, and it's not frap consistency. I'm drinking a latte. If I think about it like a latte, though, I like it. Yeah, if I don't try and think about it like a frap, it's good. Doesn't taste like a frap. Am I the asshole for denying my boyfriend a threesome? I'm gonna say no, but let's find out. So, my boyfriend, male 28, and I, female 28, have been dating for about 2 months now. During a conversation prior to us dating, I told him I had a threesome. The threesome was with the guy I lost my virginity to and one of my best friends. It wasn't a me and the guy thing. It was a me and my best friend thing. Okay. I feel like that's like a really odd way to put it. Oh, and one of your best friends. Okay, that took me a second. So she's saying that she did it to have a threesome with her best friend, like one of her girlfriends, not necessarily to appease the guy. I thought she was insinuating that, like, she had a threesome with her ex-boyfriend because he was her best friend, and that's why they had sex, because he was her best friend. That's why they had a threesome, because he was her best friend. And, like, she's defending it because he was her best friend. I don't know. That's what I thought was happening. She's saying that it was her ex-boyfriend and one of her close friends, girlfriends, together. That was the group of 3. It wasn't a me and the guy thing. It was a me and my best friend thing. We wanted to see what it was like to have a threesome. I explained to him, and I also explained, or tried to explain, how much the guy really didn't mean much to me. It also made me realize how much of a jealous lover I was. I ended up not enjoying the experiences as much as I thought I would. The thought of a man I genuinely care about having sex with another woman makes me very, very upset. Reasonable? That is what I explained to my boyfriend, which in turn made him upset because I guess he wants a threesome, but from his perspective, it is the principle. He wants to know how I could possibly give another man a threesome, something that you only give a man if he's deserving. He hates the idea of another man being able to say that he had me and a friend together at the same time, which is totally understandable. I understand why he feels that way. I understand why it upsets him. It upsets him to the point that he was asking me for a break. So not only have we been dating 2 months, but we live 4 hours away from each other. We've only had sex with each other twice. I tried to explain to him that me saying how much I disliked the threesome that I had does not mean that I will never have a threesome with him, just means that I didn't really like the experience I had. I also told him that we've only had sex twice, so it's just the fact that I really feel like it's too early for us to even be discussing a threesome. I also told him how much the idea of seeing him having sex with another woman would upset me. We discussed everything over and over again, and he came to the conclusion that he was wrong and he's sorry. I tried to validate him and told him that nobody's wrong in the situation. He's okay to feel how he felt. I just didn't understand why he needed a break. He also went and discussed with other people before discussing how he was feeling with me. And that also didn't sit right with me either. It's just not sitting right with me right now. Am I doing something wrong? Did I do something wrong? I just need some advice here. Am I the asshole? No. I think that I understand why the boyfriend would feel away if you've had a threesome before and you don't want to have a threesome with him. However, she did say that it's not like she doesn't want to have a threesome with him. She just didn't like the last one that she had. But she did say that she's not saying never. She's just saying that right now, no. You should not push yourself to do something you're not comfortable with. And if you didn't like your last threesome, don't have another threesome. Don't do it again. If you don't want to do it again, don't do it again. That's what I say. And so if he is not cool with the fact that you've had a threesome in the past and that you don't want to do it again, then he can leave. You're not meant to be. It's not meant to go together. And you should never feel pressured by a man to do anything. Or by a woman. Don't feel pressured in general. Life is short, and don't do stuff like that to appease other people. So no, I don't think you're the asshole at all. But I think that you should be careful with this man who you've been dating for 2 months and he already wants a threesome. That's wild. That is wild. I think you should probably leave him. I'm gonna rate my drink today a 6 out of 10. I don't think I would order it again, but just because there's better drinks. If I got this for free, I would drink it because I am enjoying it. I'm gonna finish it, but I don't think I would ever just order this again. All right, I hope you guys have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. Make sure to like this video if you enjoyed it, and if you liked it a lot, tell me about it in the comments. Tell me how much you liked it. Oh, and subscribe. Yeah, do that too. Thank you. Okay, bye.